Chase, let's go back to your last fight out. I mean, probably not the most fun fight for you. I mean, you had a little momentum going, and then you go over to China, and it doesn't work out. I mean, give me an idea kind of what your emotions were after that fight.
Man, anytime a fight ends like that, it's really disappointing because you don't get to really show your skill set and work and show the things that you've been training and working on all camp. You know, you put so much time and effort into something like that, and it just ends. And you know, but that's part of the game. Especially in the heavyweight division. You know, there's such minimal room for error, you know, especially being a striker. That's a striker's world, and that's a risk you take. And but you know what? We're moving forward and putting that in the rearview mirror, and we're trying to get back on track where we were before.
Yeah, no doubt. I was going to ask you, I mean, like a fight like that, I mean, because it happened so fast, I mean, are there any lessons you can take out of it, or is that just, as you kind of said, just life in the heavyweight division?
Oh, there was lessons for sure. I went back and rewatched the fight, and rewatched it again, and kind of picked apart the things I was doing wrong. And then as soon as I got home, I started working on them. You know what I mean? And hopefully that'll show in this next matchup.
Talk about this matchup. They came to you with a name. What were your initial reactions? I mean, were you? I don't want to denigrate what he's accomplished so far in his career, but I feel like you had kind of a little more momentum, a little bit more name value. Were you disappointed at all, or?
Not at all, man. You know, I watched Justin before I even got the call, man, and he's an impressive fighter. He's a good fighter. He does a lot of things really well. You know, he comes from a great gym, so you know, I think it's going to be a good fight. And you know, he's undefeated in the UFC right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, he might not be like a big household name, but you know, he's a good fighter, so it's gonna be a good fight. You know, that's the way I see it.
I know he kind of wants to embody that AKA mentality. You know, the grind, the pace. I mean, do you see that out of him? And when you break him down, do you see that, you know, Daniel Cormier, Cain Velasquez-esque type fighter?
Not particularly with him, man. You know, I think he wants to have a flawless fight, man, and he wants to keep the fight at his pace from what I've seen. And you know, who knows, man? Because I'm the type of fighter that likes to, you know, I like to take it to those dark places. You know what I mean? Let's really see what it's about. You know, put it all on the table. Let's leave it out there and see, you know, who's left standing when it's fucking there's nothing left in the tank. You know what I mean? Those are the fights I live for. So, you know, we'll see what it's all about when we step into that cage, if he's ready to go into that realm or not.
When you talk about what happened last time out, I mean, does it make you approach things more cautiously, or more, you know, be a little more concerned when you go in there?
You can't, man. You can't do that. You want to, you know, you want to think about it, but you really can't, man. You got to go out there in that flow state of mind, because if you're thinking, it'll get you killed. You know, because this is a game of centimeters. This is a game of you know what I mean, split-second decisions, and you got to go out there and do the things that you were trained and trusted in training, trusting the repetition, and not think, just react. You know, so thinking will get you killed. I think I was thinking a little bit too much the last fight. You know what I mean? I wasn't coming out there moving and bouncing around like I wanted to. So, you know, that's what got me caught.
Is that just the key of being like mentally comfortable and being in the moment? You know, we hear about people talking about that. Is that the key? Just, you know, being, I guess, comfortable in there.
Yeah, you have to be, man. And you know what I mean? People always, they'll ask you, man, are you in shape? Are you ready for this fight? And I'm like, man, you know, 90% of fatigue is mental. You know what I mean? You can train your ass off and, you know, go run 5 miles, 10 miles every day. It doesn't really matter. But if you go in there and you're nervous and your heart rate's elevated, you know what I mean, and you're not relaxed and poised, that doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? So you got to go in there in that flow state of mind and just relax and be ready to have fun, you know. And people always ask, like, you know, how do you think this fight's gonna go? I don't really care, man. I'm going out there to put on a show. That's all I care about. Because if you worry about wins and losses, man, then it's gonna show. You know, that's when you start thinking.
I know you're a fight fan. It seems like an exciting time in the heavyweight division. I mean, do you step back and look around? I mean, you two guys are both kind of new names that people haven't seen a couple years ago. I mean, do you feel like this is kind of an exciting new time for the heavyweight division?
It is, man. You're starting to see more athletes coming in and guys like myself and guys like Justin, who came from an athletic background and are relatively you know, coming up in the sport fairly quickly, you know, and you're starting to see that more, not just like, you know, just big muscular guys that are going out there and you know, trying to muscle everything around, but guys that are athletic and can move and understand the fundamentals of sports and, you know, things like that. So it's exciting, man, you know.
You guys got a nice feature slot on the card too. Were you excited about that? I mean, does it feel like maybe they, even though you're coming off a loss, maybe they put some trust into you to put on a show?
Yeah, man. I think they did. You know, and I think also they're trying to promote him as well. You know what I mean? Try to get his name out there because he is an undefeated fighter, and they obviously know I always try to put on a fight. You know, win or lose. So you know, we're gonna see it. And you know, a lot of people are like, "You want that fight of the night bonus?" You're like, "Yeah, I do." You know, I always come for that. You know, but you got to have the right dance partner too. So. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, this will be a great start to the year for you, better than the way you ended last year. What are the goals this year? What do you want to accomplish this year?
Man, I just want to, you know, it's kind of in the middle of the year, so I don't know if I'll get another, hopefully maybe get another 2 fights in, but, you know, just win out this year, you know. Last year was, like you said, kind of rough, went 2-2. Last year finished out with that loss, but, you know, we're not looking at that. We're just trying to, trying to go out there and make as much money as I can and then get into that top 15 spot, you know. That's what I want to do.
I know you said you can't predict it, but, I mean, what do you feel? Do you feel like you can go out there and dominate, or do you feel like this will be one where you kind of get tested and go to that dark place?
I'm ready. You know, I've already told myself, man, I'm prepared myself to die out there, you know what I mean? And you find peace in that, you know, when you're like, oh, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna go out there and lay it all on the line, you know. You know, he told me it was going to end in 3 minutes, so I kind of know where his mindset is, you know. So he's ready for it to end quickly. I'm ready to stay in there and have some fun, so we'll see what happens.